Welcome to the Shore Show. Pat O'Meara here, finally back on the boardwalk here in Seaside Heights after the long hiatus because of the pandemic. Beautiful day. You should be down here on the boardwalk. There is something for everybody to do in everybody's budget. You can find it here in Seaside Heights. Come down for a day trip, overnight, weekends, for a week. There's accommodations in Seaside to fit anybody's budget, but we've been off on hiatus a long time because of the pandemic, so let's get right into our show. Our first guest is the legend here in Ocean County, the 36-year Ocean County Commissioner, my buddy, Joe Ficcari. Joe, welcome back again. You've been on every show of the Shore Show.
Well, since you started, Pat,
every
it's
season.
My pleasure to be here. This is my 42nd year, 42 years. The most in the history of the state of New Jersey. It goes back 300 years.
Well, how many times have you been elected? 30?
I ran for office being mayor in all 38 times.
Now, how many years as a commissioner have you been elected?
As a commissioner, 42 times.
42. That's got to be.
Elections.
You're in the Hall of Fame, aren't you?
I'm in the Hall of Fame.
You're a Hall of Famer?
Hall of Fame. And last year, as you probably know, I won by the largest margin as a Republican in the history of the state of New Jersey, over 100,000 votes. But now it's coming to an end, and I'm proud to say Ocean County is the best, but tourism is number one. People want to come here from all over, not only the United States, Western Europe now, we have more and more people. It's over $7 billion a year just in the tourist dollar. And for every dollar they spend, it goes around 7 times. And that's very, very important to us.
Well, nobody's been a bigger flag waver for tourism here in Ocean County than you.
You know what I like about the whole thing? When I told people years ago, like yourself, buy and invest in Ocean County, it didn't double, it went up 3 times as much. There's no such thing as unemployment if you want to work. The jobs are paying well. And this is the crown jewel of, I would say, the entire Jersey Shore for 2 reasons. One, the ocean out there. We have 42 miles of the finest ocean you can find any place in the United States. You have great sand, but it's the hospitality, it's the people. Seaside Heights and Ocean County, we are family oriented, and that's very, very important to us. This is the largest county in the state of New Jersey. I think you know that, with land and water, because we have so much, from the ocean to Barnegat Bay, fishing and crabbing and boating. We have it all. And I encourage everyone that's listening, come to Ocean County, come to the Jersey Shore with your family, and you'll come back again.
Well, I tell you, and you mentioned the real estate. I think it was in one of the tapings in 2005, maybe 2006, where you were saying, invest in Ocean County, invest in Toms River, Seaside Heights. This market is going to explode. My daughters took your advice on that. They bought a 2-family home down here in Seaside Heights. And boy, you're like the Nostradamus of real estate in Ocean County. It exploded, especially in Seaside Heights. They had a quadruple here in Seaside Heights in the last 5-6 years.
You know, I guarantee it, and I told you that before. But you know, this is not a national park. We can't close the gates. People come all the time. Traffic is heavy, and I agree. But look at what you have today. When you look at the ocean, the businesses, the food, the establishments, and most of the people have their children and their family and grandparents.
Well, more people are coming here year-round now. It's not so much as the
that changed with the
COVID-19,
because now they can work from home. The houses now, $1 million is not a surprising house, but not surprising for a house. Everything is very, very expensive, but in comparison to the rest of the state of New Jersey, it's reasonable. But for us, it's a lot of money. But people are coming here from not only New Jersey, from all over the United States, because they realize what we have. It's a crown jewel of the state of New Jersey.
No, it truly is. When you look at everything you can do down here, just in a rock's throw from where we are on the boardwalk, not only you have the beach and the boardwalk and all the events and all the places to eat here, in Ocean County you got the planetarium here, you got the Blue Claws. There's so much to do when you come here on a vacation.
Golf courses, we have the Blue Claws, we have our own county airport, and there's more and more people using it because they have a lot of money. They come here, they go to Long Beach Island, they come from all over. And not only that, people reinvested in their business also. So they came to a different level as far as the service, as far as the food establishments. We have everything. We don't have shortages of anything. The COVID-19 is over, it's forgotten. And we just want people to live good and come home with a smile and a little sand in their shoes.
Well, are you surprised about the construction boom that's going on in Ocean County, particularly in Seaside Heights for that?
We never expected it to be to this degree. It's happy, it's good. People are working, that's what's important. People are spending money. People are happy. It's a totally a different level from the last time we spoke, when I spoke to you first, when I go back many years ago. So Seaside, as you said, you helped us and we appreciate it. But you know, with a tank full of gas, You can come to Ocean County, you can go back where I came from and you came from, Jersey City, Newark, Hoboken.
Well, not a
Hoboken.
Tanksville. I can get here from Jersey City, and I do it often, from Jersey to Seaside Heights. It'll take me about a quarter of a tank.
And back and forth, yeah, less than
And
time.
thankfully, Chris Christie, if you recall, he was widening the parkway
Yes.
during his term, and that's all done now. So you can get down here pretty quick.
Yeah.
Without some issues on the parkway, you can get here from Jersey City within about an hour, 15 minutes.
And that's not
I
bad.
mean, that's not bad.
That's
Think
not
of it.
bad.
You're leaving the urban area in an hour, 15 minutes. You're looking at the ocean out there. You're looking at the beach. And here in Seaside Heights, Mayor Vaz and Billy Ramboli, they do a good job at the beach here.
They do an excellent job.
They keep it in good shape.
The beach, thanks to the mayor, Mayor Vaz, and everyone else on the council, it's clean, it's safe, and if you look at it, you don't see any litter on the beaches. They do a nice job. They're very polite. Even the police officers here, they treat you with respect, and that's very important.
Yeah,
you come here and you're treated with
Let
respect.
me give props to Billy Ramboli one more time. The boardwalk is pristine, the beach is pristine, and that's Billy and his DPW crew here in
Yes, he
Seaside
is.
Heights. Let's break for commercial. You're watching the Seaside Heights show. You're watching the Shore show. I'm out of practice. I haven't done a show in a while. We'll be right back with Commissioner Joe Ficari.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
Panapinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintodevelopment.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
Joe, we're back. Commissioner Joe Ficari, Hall of Famer. But
Hall
I
of
have another
Famer?
friend, Bill O'Day. I don't know if you know Bill
Yeah,
O'Day.
I know everyone from Hudson County. all my
He's
friends.
a Hall of Famer also.
Hall of Fame. Yeah, I was with him when he
All right,
received it.
we got about another 5 minutes with you. What do you want to talk about? Open space,
Well,
'cause
you
all
know-
all
I-
these things you accomplished in all
Okay.
these years.
In all of my years, I think the greatest thing, it's family oriented. We dropped taxes again this year, 2 cents. Okay, we have a AAA bond rating. You turn on TV, you see the federal government, their bond rating went down. Ours is strong, AAA. We stabilized taxes. It's the largest county in the state of New Jersey. We have the largest library system, a great Ocean County College, the best vocational school in the state. We have everything from golf courses to everything that you can think of. As far as, and you mentioned before, the planetarium. So it's a great place for a family, a great place not only to live, but also for your children and your grandchildren. And that's what we look for, the legacy. The people can stay here.
You got a good park system too. You didn't bring up your
We
park
have
system?
one of the largest park systems in the state. Right now we own, with the state and federal government, 60% of all the land will be preserved, which means you can't build on it. You can use it to walk through. Okay, so it's preserved. We have the Pine Lands, as you probably know, the largest underground aquifer, in the United States, one of the largest.
How many pickleball courts you got?
The pickleball.
That's
we're
the big
building
thing
it.
now. Everybody's in the
Everybody's
pickleball,
playing pickleball. And the great natural resource, we have 200,000 senior citizens, and they get a Social Security check and pension checks. They spend money, so it circulates. So we have a balance between the young people, the middle class working people, and our senior citizens. But the most important thing now is that if you want a job, there are a lot of jobs in Ocean County, and we're looking for people, younger people, to come in to buy a house, to work here, and to stay here.
You ride down Route 37. If you can't get a job, there's something wrong.
There's something
with you.
wrong.
You
get
got
5 jobs right there from the Parkway to Seaside Heights.
You got it.
Everyone has help wanted, help wanted. If you want to work and have a good work ethic, like we had when we were in Jersey City and Hudson County,
you get a job out the house, you can get a job. In
anyone
Jersey
can
City
get a job.
in the old days.
And you can make good money now, not just 40 hours a week. Some people are working really longer hours. They're saving the money, and at the end, of course, a lot of them working in the tourist industry get a bonus.
Yeah, I tell you, you're talking about the Ocean County is doing with lowering the taxes. you see it's a different economy here in Ocean County. You see people who are believing in Ocean County. Because again, bring it up Route 37. You come down Route 37, you see new businesses popping up on every other stop. You got the Freddy's, the new hamburger place.
Franchises from all over the United States that come in Ocean County.
You got new businesses all over Route 37 now. It's there are people who are banking on Ocean County. They're investing their hard-earned money here, and they're going into business.
For 40 years, we've been the fastest growing county, one of the fastest, not only in New Jersey, but in the United States, where people are coming here continuously.
What do you think the reason for that is? Is it the beaches and the tourism?
Quality of life, the beaches. They like the four seasons also. They enjoy the summer.
I like Frankie Valley as much as the next person.
That's right, the four seasons.
And they used to be here in Seaside.
That's right, they would be here, that's right. And everyone knows
Joe
Seaside
Pesci
Heights.
used to be
Joe
in my
Pesci
studio.
was
In my
down the
studio
block.
when it was the
Good old Joe
VIP.
Pesci, yeah.
He would sing, he was a singing waiter back then. But when you get to Ocean County, that has to be something that was the magnet all these years to bring people here. And you've been here. When you first became a freeholder, were you like
when I got
one of the founding
when I
forefathers?
got
Were still there with us?
University in 1969. I moved out of Jersey City and I came to Ocean County, and I ran for mayor 5 terms, and I became a county commissioner. At that time, I was a freeholder, and I love every second of it.
And it's amazing on how they really. I don't think there's any peaks and valleys with Ocean County. It's always pretty steady and
it's always
growing.
You know what I think the key word is stability. You know what you're getting when you come to Ocean County. It's very stable, family oriented. We watch our spending. The debt is very low in comparison to the rest of the counties in the United States. As I said before, a AAA bond rating. But I think one of the most important things, it's the safety, and you feel good, and you want to keep your children here and work here.
You got good police
The
departments
police
in
department's
Ocean County
the
too.
best you can find any place. They're very responsive, very respectful. We have a great sheriff. And
Mike Mastronati, good man.
Mastinati's a great guy. He's a cop's cop. Another guy, Jersey City. His family from Jersey City.
Jersey City down here.
Everybody, a lot of people from
Jersey
Jersey City. I think why people come here, they have friends and relatives in Ocean County and in Seaside Heights, and they just come here, and it's people helping people, friends helping friend, and relative helping relative.
Well, I tell you, I may never be able to get my wife to go back to Jersey City. We kind of came down because the kids have the house down here. They escaped the pandemic. Now my wife is. I could be watching TV, have dinner, and I can walk a couple of blocks. I'm looking at the ocean.
You don't need
I can't
a car.
do that in
You
Jersey
walk
City.
through- no,
I can't
walk
do
through
that
the
at home.
streets.
You know, a couple of blocks. You know, wherever you are in Ocean County, you're a short ride from the
Short
ocean
ride.
and the beach.
That's right.
That's got to be a huge magnet as to what's
The best time-
success of Ocean County.
The best time
has
to come
be
here, September.
Oh, I agree with
Water
you.
temperature, less crowds, and everyone loves September. I love September.
Kids are back in school.
The kids are back in school September 5th. They all go back, and you can have the boardwalk for yourself, the beach for yourself, and enjoy the good life.
And also, you get ready coming into Columbus Day. You got the big festival here, the Ocean
Yes,
County Parade.
yes.
You got the big Columbus Day Festival in Seaside Heights. That's like 5 or 6 blocks, and in Seaside Heights, those are long block. I assume you'll be back for that.
I'll be back there all the time. As you know, of our population, it goes from 680,000 winter, 1.3 million on the weekends. That's a lot of people.
What happens in Seaside Heights? They go from like, a couple of thousand people year round, which Mayor Boz is
Yes.
working on bringing that up year round, to like, to 80,000 in the summer. It becomes Hoboken down here in the summer.
And 2 situations, as the mayor knows, parking is a problem. They need a parking lot eventually, and there's a lot of cars because people are coming down
Well,
here.
we can build a good-sized parking garage. But
That would
it's like
help
when you
out.
do that, it's like $30,000 a parking spot to do
It's
that.
it's very expensive, but eventually they may have to do so.
Well, there is before everything's built on, because there's a building boom at Seaside Heights.
There's no empty lots.
But let me let you go. You got someplace to be. But we'll bring you back on our next taping here because you're retiring. You're what,
retiring.
January, right?
January 1st.
We'll bring you back a couple of times before
got
we
it.
want to get all we can get out of you before
That's
you
right,
head off.
before
You
I
going to
leave.
stay in Jersey? You going
I'm
to
going to
Florida?
stay in Ocean County.
Ocean County?
I'm not leaving Ocean County.
All right, let's break for commercial. We'll let Joe Ficari go back to work. You're watching The Shore Show. We'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Good Friend Self Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
We're back. Straw Show, Pat O'Melia here on the boardwalk in Seaside Heights. Beautiful day. You should be down here. If you can't make it today, make it tomorrow. Whatever you need to do down here for a day trip, overnight, weekend, a week, it can be accommodated. And Seaside Heights fits into anybody's budget. And why? Because my next guest, the mayor of Seaside Heights, Anthony Tony Vaz. Mayor.
Welcome. Thank you, Pat, for inviting me.
Good to have you back here. It's been a while with the
Yeah, it's been a while since the pandemic. You're right.
How do you see it Seaside coming back from the pandemic?
Well, we've seen growth, obviously. We've seen construction. We've seen revitalization of our community as a whole, the business community as well as the property owners.
There's a renaissance going on.
Properties are selling at a high price, but we're looking to the boulevard, and we're looking to the boulevard to be our main attraction other than the boardwalk and beach. Restaurants, fine dining, clothing stores, professional buildings, and so forth. And we're seeing that come in to be. And we're going to see a lot of construction starting this September of 2023.
There's a lot of construction going on here now. It is amazing what's going on.
We've been very fortunate the last 4 or 5 years. Alone this year, we've written grants that probably brought us in $9 million. For example, the boardwalk. We got a grant from the Murphy administration. That was $1.5 million. We had other grants that for the Bay. We're going to have a handicap playground at the Bay. That was $400,000. About $8 million in 1 year. So that's a lot of money.
Murphy's been good to you.
Murphy's been very good to us, and I always compliment him. Although him and I have differences of policy and procedures, he has been loyal to Seaside.
Well, he's here often, too.
He's here very often, yes. He's got the weekend down here, and we'll get together every so. And he's been very good to us, so I compliment him on that, although we differ on philosophies. When you're loyal to a community, the community's got to be loyal to you.
How many years you been in Seaside Heights? You're a Patterson guy.
I'm a Patterson. I've been here 57 years.
Have you seen anything like what's going on in Seaside Heights now with property values?
No. In my wildest dreams, I never would think this high. Just yesterday, I was told by a real estate broker in town that a single-family house, new, $1.3 million. What does that do to us? We've had a bad reputation over the years. We're known as Honky Tonk or Sleazeville or whatever you wanted to call us.
Sleaside. We could go on. There's a lot.
We can go on, yeah. But we've changed that image.
And that's you changing
Well,
that
it's
image.
our administration. It's a team effort. But with the changing of the image, it also brings a different clientele. And the clientele wants to move here either on a permanent basis or a summer basis or a winter basis, weekends. And we want to see it develop where a community, if you came down here for a weekend in January or February, you had a place to eat a good dinner, have a good breakfast, have entertainment of something to do. And that's a vision. That's going to take a while, but it will come.
You're getting there.
It's coming now. And as mentioned prior to, with Commissioner Vicari, we have many people that are now working from home. That brings a lot of people down from North Jersey, New York, that have properties here, and they can work from home. So they need to have a foundation of how to live here year-round instead of going over the bridge. When we go now, if we want to fine dine in the month of January and February, we have to go across the bridge.
Know it well.
So now we can say we have our fine dining or whatever the case may be.
Well, you want to get a haircut, I got to go over the bridge.
Right,
I want to
absolutely.
fuel up the car, got to go over the bridge.
Absolutely. And
Want
we're
to repair the car, gotta go
we're
over the bridge.
looking and we're hearing that retail wants to bring in a beauty salon and so forth. These are things that are going to be attractive for year-round residents.
Do you recruit corporations or
They come to
small
us.
business?
They come to us. I can't tell you how many developers I've met with the last 8 years. Many, many developers. Some of them buy and so forth. A lot of them come down thinking that the town owns the land. We don't. We own land, but not for the purpose of developing as they want it. These are privately own properties that are selling to developers. They sell, developers come in, build but we encourage, particularly the Boulevard, we're encouraging retail.
Well, you finally got the steel skeleton
The
down.
they go before the planning board for final approval in August, I believe at the latter part of this month. Once that's done, the shovels will hit the ground.
The bamboo is gone.
The bamboo is gone.
The
Karma's
clock is
gone.
ticking.
They've been approved. Karma's been approved for their project. They will have retail, 4 stories, and have retail. And there are others, Grant Avenue, retail, apartments, and so forth. There's a number of places that are building complexes, small complexes. At the point now, the Boulevard on the north end is being developed. So we see a lot of progress going on.
Well, your administration yourself has changed that reputation.
Right.
Where it isn't this, I don't want to knock Snooki, but Snooki side, that sort of thing.
Right.
You put the emphasis on family, making it a family destination again. And that's turning around now, and that's driving that real estate market. You're the reason why my kids bought a house here in 2017 for a reasonable price, and now it's like 4 times the value of what we paid for it. My kids think I'm a financial genius. I tell them to buy property down here.
Leaving the properties that were in need of improvement. These people that were basically absentee owners for the most part are now thinking, you know what, let me fix this up. I could sell it later, or I can rent to a clientele that's going to give me more rental money, and I'm better off than doing what I was doing before.
Well, you also went after bad actors here,
We
too.
did.
There were some motels that had to go.
We've lifted licenses. We appropriated fines. One fine was over $10,000. Another one was you can't rent a certain period of time. Leaving the Snooki house. 1 year and a $5,000 fine. He couldn't rent that house. We had to be strong. If we weren't being strong and we just let it go, we'd continue on the path of the past.
No, you got rid of a lot of the troublesome motels that were here. Those are now being developed into 1-2 family homes, townhouses.
And again, we have a few left, but we're working on correcting those problems.
Well, they must see the writing on the wall if they don't
do.
correct that problem.
They do.
They see the vacant lot that where once was, the Coral Sands or the Belmont.
They're gone.
Really, Belmont wasn't that bad.
But again, they, as you said, they see the pattern that we're going. They see the strength of the court system, because we go to court, we lift their license, we fine them. These are things that were never done before.
Well, let's break for commercial and we'll pick that up. You're watching The Shore Show. Mayor Tony Vaz, Seaside Heights. We'll be right back. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights. Your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments. Carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one path stop away, or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
We're back. Shore Show. Pat O'Meara and my guest, the mayor of Seaside Heights, Tony Vaz. Thank you, Mayor, for showing. I know you got another interview after my show. When you became the mayor 8 years ago, you had that vision for the family atmosphere here, the baby stroller sort of thing. Are you impressed on how it is starting to come about?
It came about not exactly at that time. It came about after the storm, Sandy. And the former mayor resigned his position. I was appointed in June of 2015. And we had a dream. And there was a lot of skepticism. Chief of Police always talks about this. When we brought him into the office, the business administrator and I, he said, I don't think this is going to work. And we said, well, we won't know until we try. And he tells a story today how wrong he was, that it has formulated into a development of pride and family.
I've been down here since 2009 with the Shore Show. I see the difference now. You see it in the general public when you're out there. You see how people talk about the town now. That's changed. But yeah, I'm sure they were skeptics because you didn't want to lose the revenue that came with some of
that was the thing. The thinking was, well, if we change, we're not going to be like we were. But like we were was taking not so good people, bad behavioral people, keeping them and frightening the quality of life for those residents, summer residents, and visitors. So we changed that. We are making remarkable improvements, and our arrests are way down from 3,000 last summer, not this summer, I don't have the count for this summer, to 600. That's a big drop.
That's a huge drop.
That's a huge drop. And we have a strong police chief, a strong police force. We're working hard with code. We're working hard with public works. We're cleaning up the community. I see a lot of people each day because I'm retired. I'm able to talk to people. And you hear positive. When you hear positive from the majority of your constituents, something's going the right way.
Well, you managed to balance this. You managed to keep the emphasis on tourism. You're keeping your budget reasonable. Was there a tax increase last year? I don't think so.
Well, our tax increase won't be effective. We're what they call transitional aid. We sent out what they call temporary tax bills. They went out last week. They're due, I think, the 10th of August. That's not the true tax bill. They'll be rebated in November, the next cycle. Our tax rate only went up 3 cents compared to the rate of other disciplines within the tax structure, schools and so forth. Ours only went up 3 cents. When I say only, it's a good rate, 3 cents. Maybe we can get it lower when we get the radials back. Remember, a lot of these houses aren't constructed yet. When they're being on land only, you pay for land. If they're being constructed, you don't pay for the house until it's CO'd. So with all this new construction, my belief is in 2025, we'll see generated maybe over $100 million worth of revenues, just in that short period of time, 2025.
You can't argue with the budget and the tax increase when you look at the value of your property over the last 4 years.
And again, we'll most likely, not most likely, we will be forced into a reevaluation. With that reevaluation, we will do it ourselves instead of hiring a private company. And the reason we do it ourselves...
Good idea. I've been through a few revals.
We talked about this, and logic has it, if you hired a person that knows your community and knows what's going on and sees the perspective of a 5-year period, they give a better judgment than a person that comes in as a stranger.
No, I agree with you. They know the area,
that's the way we're going. We don't see the reevaluation really taking a foothold into probably end of 2026. We'll start the preliminaries now, the maps, getting the engineer specifications and so forth. The assessor will look at the present deeds.
When was the last reval?
The last reval was about 11 years ago,
that long,
10 or 11 years ago. And it's coming, because once you're down to 85% or lower, the county has a regulation, it's a law.
You got to do it.
You have to do it. And the process, we're completing the process in a time fashion that meets their needs.
Well, usually with the reval, 1/3 goes up, 1/3 stays the same, 1/3.
Exactly. That's exactly how it happens. You hit it right on the head.
If you want, I'll give you Mayor Nicholas Sacco's number. He just did a reval last year. And I tell you, there wasn't any controversy with that. There were a few people that complained, but for the most part, it was pretty calm.
Well, one thing we're going to know, and you hit it on the head, if you have a property now that your land and house value is $400, let's say it doubles. I'm just exaggerating.
And it will.
And it will. Your rate is going to go to bottom. So if you were paying $9,000, I'm just throwing numbers, you're probably going to be paying $6,000.
Possible.
It's highly likable that will happen for the majority of people. Yes, their assessment will go up, but their rate will go down.
In Jersey City, we were 28 years behind on a revow.
28.
28. And then Mayor Fulop, there was one done just before Mayor Fulop came in, and he didn't like it because he didn't like the particular party that did it. So he had one done. And all said and done, the house in Jersey City, the value went up, but my taxes went down.
Yeah.
My taxes went down about $2,500 a year.
That's what I'm saying. I'm exaggerating numbers. 9,000 will probably be 6,000. So the people that have properties in Seaside Heights are going to say, "Well, my house went up double, but your tax rate went down because of the ratables."
In Jersey City, in downtown Jersey City, we didn't do it for 28 years. Where Brownstone 25 years ago it was like 80,000. Now it's like 5 million.
You can't get them.
There was sticker shock with some of them people.
Oh yeah, but that's the nature of
they knew it was coming.
Yeah,
they
longevity.
Knew it was coming. When you look at the property value of the Seaside Heights and how everything has changed, and I've seen it all in the last 8 years. You've been the mayor. Your vision is coming through. It's happening here, and I'd say we'll sit here another 4 years when your boulevard is set, and we'll see how it goes. But you got to get the beauty parlor, the gas station.
Yeah, we need all that.
Maybe a bank would be nice.
Again, professional bill. We know what we need, and we're encouraging, not forcing. You can't force because it's private land, but we're encouraging, and for the most part, I would say right now, the people that we're dealing with, 85% are putting retail. There's another 15 are saying, no, we don't want any. That's not what we do. We just do development. But retail, fine dining. I mean, we have some fine restaurants in town, but we want finer restaurants.
But to make that work, you got to become a 365 community.
Yep, no question about it.
That's what you're working on.
And there should be no fear, because the people that are going to come here are going to be quality people, and the quality of life will only get better.
Actually, you got a good quality of life down here. All right, we're at a show for you, and at the end of this show, you're going to go, where are you going?
I got to
News 12?
News 12.
News 12? Go
Jim Murdoch.
Murdoch there?
Yeah.
All right, we'll bring you back on one of the later
All right,
tapes.
Pat. No
You're
problem.
watching the Shore Show. Let me thank our guest, Commissioner Joe Ficari, and of course, the Mayor of Seaside Heights, Tony Vaz. I'm Pat O'Melia. I'll see you on the boardwalk. Good night.